Good morning, Hive fans, and welcome to this morning's live stream. A beautiful Saturday morning here in Florida in the USA. We've got an exciting match schedule. We have current world champion Joe Schultz playing under the name Jewdoka in the round of 16 versus Loizz. That's Luis Flavio Ribeiro from Brazil. And Loizz is one of the longtime players here. He actually played in the 2009 and the 2010. Finished third in 2009, runner-up in 2010. Then he lost to me on my way to the World Championship in 2011. He kind of dropped out playing for a while because of the imbalance in the game created by the ladybug and mosquito expansions. And then when the pillbug came back, which took that balance and put it back in sync, he started playing again, and he's become again one of the top players in the world. So should be an exciting match this morning. We've got Jewdoka in the lobby. We're waiting for Loizz. They were scheduled to start at 12 o'clock GMT, which is right about now. So hopefully Loizz will be showing up here very soon. So we had an exciting match earlier this morning. I woke up at 4 o'clock my time and tried to watch, but couldn't do it. Watched little bits and pieces, watched the end of both games. Gandak fought his way back and won game 3. But in game 4, Chigi pulled up the upset, ended up winning the match 3 games to 1. So Chigi will be moving on to the quarterfinals. And of course, here are the predictions made by the. Hold on a second. Joe is saying something in the lobby. So let me come over here and say, hi, Joe. I am streaming. So that's Stepan Opalev, uh, over in Discord, usually sets up a who do you think is going to win poll. And I've got that displayed right now. And you can see who the, let me grab my notes here. So far, we've had 4 players qualify into the quarterfinals. Quadlibet beat Hive 2. KP3 beat Woot. Both of those were expected by our Hive players over at Discord. They were 18 of 19 chose those 2 players, but the other 2 were upsets. DePonzo was a 2-1 favorite over A. Norman 43, and A. Norman 43 won that match. And then Chigi was a almost 4-1 favorite over, Gandak was almost a 4-1 favorite over Chigi, and Chigi won that match as well. So we had 2 upsets in the round of 16, according to the poll taken over at Discord. So the matches that are actually, I think we have 5 that have moved over because Happy Kiwi also beat the Capella, and that was a 17 of 19 had chosen Happy Kiwi. So we've got 3 matches left to play. Indust leads Dutters 2-0. I don't think that one's been scheduled yet. Frasco 92 and SB Fisher tied at 1 with their next group of games scheduled for Monday. So this morning we have Jewdoka and Loizz. They're the last 2 players get started in the round of 16. And Jewdoka is in game room 1 waiting for Loizz. So hopefully Loizz will be showing up here very soon. And here is the brackets as they sit right now. Look at this. Let me get it open here where I can see it. The winner of this match will play the winner of Indus and Dutters. Then the other half of this bracket will see Chigi playing Quadlibet. Bottom half of the bracket will see AE Norman 43 playing KP3. And then the winner of Frasco 92 and SP Fish will move on to play Happy Kiwi in the quarterfinals. So it's been an exciting tournament season so far. And what I'm trying to do very hard is I'm posting game replays without comment. Good, Loizz has joined in the lobby, so we will be seeing Hive this morning. So let's get review room open. And they're saying their greetings in the lobby. We have Bulk 22 in the lobby ready to watch. Loizz says he'll be ready in a minute. And remember, there is a 3-minute delay. Minimize the possibility of players benefiting from watching my live stream. So let's see if we have anybody in the lobby joining us yet. We have one concurrent viewer. Make sure you drop me a note. Let me know who you are and where you're from, and if you've watched my videos before. I am hoping that I have learned a little bit about, I've been trying to study to see how this OBS links in with board space. Sometimes I have trouble telling OBS, this is the window that I want open. We have Seer has joined. He's another Hive fan. Joined in the lobby. And of course, most of you are very familiar with who Jewdoka is. He's the author of the book, the author of the book, Canon of Hive Groundwork. And he's been working on, he has a plan on a trilogy. He's been working on book 2, which is Canon of Hive Openings. And so that has been his project for the last year. We were hoping that it would be out before the tournament, but more than likely he's put that project on hold a little bit while he's playing in the tournament, looking to defend his world championship. Let me go back through my notes here. Jewdoka won in 2017, 2020, and 2022. We have to go back all the way to 2016 before it's either Jewdoka or Quadlibet as the champion. We have to go all the way back to 2014 when Eucalyx won before we find a finals that did not include one or the other of the two of them. Well, they are getting started, so let me start spectating. They are, as we expected, playing very quickly. So let's see if I can keep up with them here. Both players open for Ladybugs. Loizz is playing white. So let's see what I can do about getting I will try very hard to keep up. And then once I can get caught up, then I will. It's very interesting. Loizz played the pill bug in a in a proximity pill bug position. Jewdoka also played the pill bug, and it looks like Loizz is bringing in the first ant. Jewdoka brings in an ant, and Loizz brings in a second ant. Neither player has moved a bug yet. Very interesting. I brought in that ant yet. I'm still trying to. So while Jewdoka has taken ant power away from the mosquito, Loizz used that opportunity to bring in the beetle. Still trying to figure out why I can't. There we go. I finally got it up and going. Okay, well, I appreciate that. OX7FAC3D. I don't know how you pronounce that. Says, hi, Randy. I love that you're posting all the videos from all the games without commentary to YouTube. That makes it a lot easier to follow all the matches from my phone rather than using board space. I understand that completely. We have a very interesting opening here. Jewdoka is as the only player that has played, has moved a bug. Loizz has a beetle already in. Nothing can stop the beetle from climbing up. If the beetle climbs up to there, oh, well, it's interesting. He doesn't climb. It looks like he's not going to climb up. It looks like he's going to directly attack, which he did. So it looks like this is something that Loizz has been working on, this opening. Attacking early with the beetle, so Jewdoka can warp the queen away. But that would possibly give uh, white the opportunity to get the beetle up and climb over. If he moves the ladybug, then the white mosquito can jump over to there, again leaving a beetle factory behind here. An opening I don't think I've ever seen just exactly like this before. So the goal is for these two players are going to play games 1 and 2 this morning, then game 3 and 4 tomorrow morning. I won't be able to stream tomorrow. Might be able to stream for the first hour, but we don't know for certain. So Loizz has forced Jewdoka into a bit of a think this morning, very early. Now, one interesting comment here is if Jewdoka does defend by moving the ladybug and the mosquito. Nope, I was about to say that he might have an opportunity to uh, begin attacking. He still has that opportunity that if the mosquito would jump to there and then the queen gets warped away, then of course Jewdoka would be threatening to pin the beetle. So if the beetle went up immediately, then Jewdoka could begin his counterattack with a beetle of his own. But he's still in a think. How's he going to defend against this attacking beetle? And I've been very busy this week. I haven't had a chance to listen to all my comments and reply to them. But I did notice that one person commented that he didn't like the music that was being played on my replay without comment video. So what do you think? You like that music or not? So this has caused a bit of a thing for Jewdoka. So and if you haven't already seen Ad Abstra, that's Francesco Salerno, his video that he posted about the four different uh, types of Hive players. One is the very, very aggressive player. And so a very, very aggressive player here might just go ahead and attack with the ladybug. And then begin what Jewdoka refers to as a two beetle attack. And from a YouTuber live streaming standpoint, I like the fact that there's not well, in fact, if you go to options, you can see automatic done. In automatic done mode, you don't have the option of doing what Jewdoka's doing here, moving a bug, placing it, and looking at it before clicking done. Of course, if he does do that, then you can expect that he's going to warp the pill bug to there as his next move. And as expected, Loizz continued by advancing, or hasn't clicked done yet. Nope, he's not going to do that. He's going to anchor down the queen before he does that, or at least he's looking at that. And of course, the setup here, mosquito is if the ant moves away, the mosquito is currently pinned, but uh, doing a spawn fill here or here would immediately free up that mosquito. Okay, thank you. That's kind of what I thought was I was looking for something that was somewhat relaxing on the videos. Interesting thought. You don't like the music? Mute. Okay, Loizz did decide to go ahead and attack with the beetle or move forward with the beetle. I would expect that. Well, the other option is he could spawn a bug here, a defending bug like a grasshopper. Oh, he's going to do a defending bug like a beetle. And of course that forces, okay, that's very interesting. If in fact Loizz, he does go through with that, he covers the mosquito, and in essence, that qualifies for the win, not by covering either the queen or the pill bug, but now the black queen and black pill bug are separated from one another, not even in a proximity pill bug position. And then, of course, Loizz now would be threatening to pin the black queen. So the white mosquito could get into top of hive position by moving by using ladybug movement to there. Okay, playing aggressively, that's interesting. He goes ahead, or he's looking at going ahead and forming the ring. In my book, Play Hive Like a Champion, I coined the Hive maxim, rings are bad, but top players have learned how to use rings to their benefit. Now, if Jewdoka doesn't immediately break the ring, it would give white the opportunity to warp the white queen completely out of harm's way and free up the mosquito. And he does that. He elects to recover the white beetle, leaving the ring intact. And that's exactly what Loizz does is warps. Oh, maybe not. Of course, if he does move the white queen to there, he always has the option warping the pill bug into a defensive position. And let's see if in fact he does. Welcome, green basil leaf. Henry Atwell. Hi, Henry. Okay, so he did in fact move the queen to there. Black ant comes in, white ant comes in. You're right, Henry. Hive is a great game. And welcome to the live stream. I would almost think that, while Jewdoka is looking at the possibility of moving the pill bug around, I would almost think that he would want to attack the queen, which would block the mosquito from using ant movement. Because if he leaves the door open here, the mosquito can move away there, for example, and at any time he wants to, could spawn a bug here and free up the other ant. And I'm reasonably certain that quality of players that are playing in the tournament would not be trying to cheat by listening to my video. But again, uh, there are much better players than me, so probably wouldn't benefit them that much. As far as timing goes, this round of 16 is 20 plus 20, meaning they start with 20 minutes and add 20 seconds per move. Jewdoka is down to under 8 minutes and counting. Loizz is still at over 17. So Loizz has forced Jewdoka into a couple long thinks here early. So let's look at if the pill bug moves to there, and then the white mosquito to there, and the black beetle covers the white mosquito. If the white beetle moves forward, then you've got the black mosquito. That's in fact what he did. He moved the pill bug, and it'll see if Jewdoka has planned a defense against this move. Now, if in fact white does pin the black ant, then I would expect that Jewdoka is just going to shift over. You don't want a bug spawning here freeing the mosquito if that ant leaves. Now he looked briefly at using this ant as a spawn point for the beetle. Black could place a spider, would stop that from occurring. It immediately pin the beetle if it goes there, or move to here, which would remove that as a spawn point. Okay, he elected to play for some control by pinning that third beetle. I'm sorry, third ant. In the live stream yesterday, that was yesterday, I made a comment about a scenario where this type of Oreo stack is in fact a benefit for white because two black top of hive bugs, the mosquito and the beetle, are tied up by the one white beetle. Okay, so the black spider spawns here, and then Loizz very quickly spawns the white spider. Of course, that white spider, it does a couple different things. One is it's threatening to pin the black ant, giving white completely control of the outside of the hive. The second thing it does is it frees the mosquito to move, which currently has ant power. And as I expected, Jewdoka is probably going to use that spider to shut down that spawn point. Nope, he didn't. He uses the beetle factory to bring in a second beetle. Or, again, hasn't clicked done yet, so he's just looking at it. That's also defense against the white mosquito. What he does, he plays the beetle. We brought the spider in, which controls this spawn point. So if the white beetle spawns there, the black spider can pin it. But it also, interesting. Okay. Up until now, we've been playing a grasshopperless game. First white grasshopper comes in. That's very interesting because now the beetle moves over. And of course, what that would do is now if the grasshopper attacks, beetle just climbs up and white has ended up providing a hex trap for black. Of course, the white mosquito has ladybug power, so at any given time, it can jump out even if it's blocked in by the white grasshopper. Jumping out to there will completely neutralize all of black's ants, but it will allow the black beetle to get up. Okay, and that's what he does. He jumps out with the mosquito. Now, if Jewdoka wants to, he can again march forward with the black beetle. But before doing that, he brings in a grasshopper. Welcome, Gabrielle Ferreira. It's morning here in Florida. Okay, as could very well be expected, white beetle comes into the beetle factory. Pin-proof spawn, the pin-proof spawn point right inside that pocket. Now what's interesting is, okay, yeah, because if white loses an angle of attack to this kill spot, the pill bug could just come in and warp the queen away. So white has to keep an angle of attack there. And the mosquito used to have that with ladybug power here. That would not surprise me at all if the pill bug moves in. Yep, pill bug moves in. Indust has joined in the watch. Of course, he's currently ahead of Dutters 2-0, and he will play the winner of this match. Interesting. If the mosquito comes to there, which it did, now if the queen warps out, the mosquito can immediately cover it. If the queen goes out, white can immediately cover it. What would happen if the black beetle be very interesting. So that there are some interesting complexities here. Get them back where they belong. So Jewdoka's looking at warping the queen away. I thought that was almost a no-brainer originally, but that white mosquito move in, which would immediately allow the white mosquito to cover the black queen, is an interesting situation. I think those are his two options: the warping the queen away or covering the covering the mosquito. Covering the mosquito is very complex, but yep. So he warps the queen away, and as expected, he immediately covers it, and then the black spider moves in to an anti-spawn position. So now, does okay, the white grasshopper attacks? So Jewdoka's options here would be, I would see three. One would be in the ant. One would be in the queen. The other would be warp to here to free the beetle. Question is, does white have easy access to 3 bugs to get into? 2 bugs is all he needs. I would think he'd almost have to play a little bit of defense here and jump out with the control the ant. And that's what he does. Now white has to start looking at how do you get bugs into those kill spots. Assuming the spider stays in place, you need, and that's probably what he's doing here, is setting up the spider so it'll have an angle of attack to that kill spot. And of course, the spider is playing a critical function, setting up the anti-spawn defense. So it really can't move away or it'll leave direct drop spots. But once you get the queen covered, then it's a matter of making sure that you do the fill the kill spots in the right order. So, okay, he brings a spider in. This spider will have an angle of attack to that kill spot if the spider should move. Grasshopper to here is a logical move because it can jump to here, freeing up the black beetle. If in fact that's what he decides to do. Now that would be very interesting if he does in fact pin the spider, allowing the two direct drop spots. Doing some bug counting here. Once a spider it vacates, he needs 4 bugs. The 2 direct drops and the mosquito is 3, so one of those other bugs has to get in. These are almost no-brainers here. Playing very quickly here. Now, does freeing the ladybug, no way to stop the white ladybug, does it automatically have an angle of attack to get is there a method to stop the ladybug if the spider gets warped in? If the spider gets warped into there, the black ladybug has to move because right now the white ladybug has an angle of attack. Oh, not necessarily. Because if the beetle moves and the ladybug moves to there, the pillbug can escape. Try to get a cough drop. Okay, so the spider moves in, ladybug jumps out, Interesting. Sometimes I wish I didn't have a 3-minute delay because I see notes here. See what was the status 3 minutes ago? The black ladybug jumping out, the white ladybug no longer had a direct angle of attack to a kill spot, and it looks like wherever it goes to there, the grasshopper pins it. Goes to there, the ladybug pins it. So it can't go to there. So Joe has put up an excellent defense here. Okay, interesting. Does the ladybug have a hop around ability? It all comes down to, does that ladybug have a method of getting to one of those to take the setup shot? Okay, ends up playing the pill bug. You just want to get the grasshopper out. Although, let's see. Now if you go, oh, he goes back to there. We'll see if Joe is just going to play for the draw. It gives up the ladybug in exchange for the beetle, then the black beetle should be able to stop it. I still don't see that white has a method of getting that ladybug around. If it goes to here, the ant moves away. Goes to here, ladybug pins it. Goes to there, the beetle's going to have to drop back down. Oh, beetle could climb up to here. That would stop the ladybug. So Joe has to protect against the ladybug going to there. Had the queen in the wrong spot. Sorry, guys. Now, if he does make the ring, the black ant just breaks it there. So he doesn't want to do that. I don't see how white's going to get that ladybug into position. So Loizz is down to 3 minutes and counting. Jewdoka's down to 2 minutes. So will Joe be satisfied with the win? Yep, he does a second repetition. I don't think there's any way possible that white beetle can get into position. Black beetle has to stay in the line of intercept so the white beetle can't just march over. Okay, now that's interesting. Let's say the spider warps to there. You have to be very careful that you don't cover your own beetle or cover your own ant so that it doesn't get. Although right now this ant is not free if it makes the ring because that would free the white ant. Ah, very interesting. By the shifting around, now, okay, the beetle could go to there. Oh no, because yeah, because now if the ladybug goes to here, bug moves away. Beetle covers and comes forward. The black beetle intercepts. So we're getting in right to the nitty gritty here. 2 minutes for Loizz, minute 19 for Jewdoka. So the beetle doesn't have any method of getting around because the black beetle is intercepted. Nope, it looks like Jewdoka has defended, but is there any way that he's going to be able to use a squeeze? So the black beetle has circled around. Interesting. By making the ring, forces the ant That was a forced move. Can't free that. You can't allow that white ant to be free. Okay, now if the queen moves to there, now if the beetle goes to there, then the black ladybug just pins it. Okay, here comes the mosquito, the white mosquito into the fray. Maybe. And not get ahead of myself, because sometimes I get ahead of myself and end up creating issues. Loizz is under a minute, so he's got to make a move. Jewdoka's a little over a minute. Beetle moves forward. Don't think there's any choice but the beetle, but the ladybug pins it. You can't let the pill bug move to there, so he's got to cover it. And that was a mistake because he allowed the black ant to attack. White ant attacks, and then Jewdoka wins with the beetle. Wow. Yep. What a game. Congratulations, Jewdoka. Jewdoka says, I dodged some bullets. He defended. That was an excellent example of extremely good defense. And OX7FAC3D, however you pronounce that, says, I don't understand the spider pen at all. We go back to that. So let me ask the question if they're going to play again. They both quit out of the room, so I'm going to close that room down, go back to the lobby, and ask the question, will there be a game 2 today? So back to that question that we are going to call him the unpronounceable person on YouTube. Don't understand the spider pen at all. We go back to that point because Joe is excellent at counting both tempo and bugs. So the reason the black spider was there was the anti-spawn defense was removing spots as direct drop spawn points. Once the spider came in, that only left 2 grasshoppers in reserve, and the spider could exit that anti-spawn defense spot, allow the 2 grasshoppers in, and then all Jewdoka had to do was defend against a bug coming from somewhere in the hive to take the setup shot. He did an excellent job of that. And I don't know if there's going to be a second game today or not. The original plan was 2 games today and 2 games tomorrow. Of course, this one was an hour and 15 minutes, a very stressful hour and 15 minutes. So let's, we're going Close that room down. Yes, it was an unbelievable ending. Let's get the lobby back open. And in the meantime, let's see if I can get, oh, I don't have that. So if we can get this replay room open here, got to keep an eye on it because sometimes I'm paying attention to these numbers over here and they are actually in another room playing. Here's the point at which a YouTube viewer with a unpronounceable name asked the question, I don't see the spider pin at all. And here it was. And you can see it did end up benefiting Jewdoka because now with only 2 bugs in reserve, very quickly, Loizz spawns those 2 bugs. Yes. So anyway, that was and then I think Loizz could have taken a draw at any given time, but at the very end, advancing his queen forward, moving his queen to there was what lost it. Because then, counting tempo, black needs 2, white needs 2, and black has the move. So that was the losing move right there. He probably could have continued keeping the queen out of danger, and it would have been a draw. Okay, it looks like they are going to be playing a second game today. So let me get some situation set up here. Okay, let me see what I can do. Okay, got the review room set up. Okay, so they move along very quickly here, so let me see if I can keep up. Try to get the live game action window open. Both players are waiting to bring in their queens, and we've got a double buffer opening. Okay, I think I got caught up. Jewdoka is playing white. It moves the first bug. Oh, sorry about that. I need to transition over, don't I? Okay, I believe I'm caught up. I believe that we have the live window open as well as the review room. When you look at some statistics, it's rare that players play the queen on turn 4. Both players today played on turn 4, and it's a double buffer opening, which is very interesting. A Z queen configuration, but both of them extended. Interesting if Jewdoka plays aggressively playing white. I think Loizz must have worked very hard on that opening for white because it was very challenging. He got a beetle up very, very quickly. But it's a perfect example of qualifying for the win is necessary but not sufficient. Okay, pins the grasshopper. And the mosquito attacks. Maybe. Wait till he clicks done. He does click. As somewhat expected, Joe's going to bring in the third ant for defense. And Loizz begins a beetle attack. Now, if black can get a bug to here, of course, the mosquito will have beetle power and can climb up. So that's going to be the fight. And we're going to see another situation where black is going to qualify for the win early, but is he going to be able to turn that into a victory, or is Jewdoka's defense going to hold out again? That's interesting. He looked at the placing the pill bug there, also looked at placing the pill bug there. I think it's got to be there. Yep. Now the ant's going to move into here. It's going to allow them to, well, the mosquito doesn't necessarily have to get up because the white ant could go ahead and pin it. Now this is an interesting situation because if the mosquito immediately goes up, the white beetle can get warped to there. And we'll see if in fact, oh, interesting. Okay. The white grasshopper here stops that as a spawn point. So black has qualified for the win, but is it going to be able to be enough? I was thinking that the white would. Okay, interesting. Okay, no, he's going to play the grasshopper here, which gives beetle power to the mosquito. So, yep, the grasshopper pins the beetle. there. Okay. Now that grasshopper is headed to here, which is going to force one of the two beetles to get up. So as a long-term move, that's actually a very good move because I can spawn a bug here, would then allow both beetles to get up. This one's going very, very quickly. Loizz is on the attack. And yep, as expected, by covering the ant, grasshopper spawns there. This beetle will climb up. Then once this can get capped off, then this beetle can climb up. Good use of the two white spiders, creating a double fill, freeing the white mosquito. And white has positioned his bugs exceptionally well so that there's no direct drop spots if beetle does get up. Nope, he decided not to play the beetle there. So let's take a look. He plays the grasshopper there. Saving the beetle for an attack later. If we define the end game as the point at which all the bugs have spawned, the end game is approaching very, very quickly in this one. Black spider caps off the ant, allowing the black beetle to move forward. Now I wonder if we have time here to do a bug count, because black needs 3. When the mosquito exits, he needs 4. He's got 2 beetles up, but only 1 bug in reserve. This spider has an angle of attack at that spot. And that's one of the things that highlights it really. Oh, he goes ahead and takes that shot right now. That's interesting. because now black needs three bugs. The two beetles are unstoppable. But once this mosquito jumps out, will black have a bug that can get into position? Yes, he could spawn the spider here, allowing the grasshopper to jump. So Jewdoka is going to have to stop that as a spawn point. That's what it looks like he's going to do. So we have seen some excellent examples of defending this morning, coming from the world champion, Joe Schultz. I don't think he has any other defense other than that. Because if he does allow that, oh, interesting. So the black beetle moved over here, which is going to be threatening to cover the white ant and allow that to be a direct drop spot again. Since the mosquito has to jump out anyway, if the mosquito goes to there, it's threatening to free the queen back into here. So you would almost have to go back, cover it, make sure everything gets put back to where it belongs. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to go out for a second, so let's see what I missed. It'll went to there. Mosquito jumped to there. Beetle went back to there. Went to there. Ant went to there looking for a direct drop there. So black is fighting for that direct drop because you get direct drop, it's probably going to be enough to win. Make sure I'm up to date here. Interesting. That's one way to do it. Cover that beetle. Okay, so black needs 3 bugs, has 2 beetles up. Beetle and a mosquito. The problem with this mosquito is if it moves, it releases the defending pill bug underneath. This one has gone very, very quickly. Already 50 moves in only 22 minutes. So right here, Jewdoka's most valuable piece would be this mosquito because it can go almost anywhere. Almost tempted. Although if you pin the ant, you leave the ant unpinned, then if the mosquito climbs up, Pillbug can move it and warp the ant away. I wonder if it's about time for White to begin his attack, bringing the beetle in. Joe's approaching the 12-minute mark. Loizz still has 22 minutes. And that's typically the way it works. It seems that defending takes a lot more concentration than attacking. Although I should say, if you put that concentration into the attack, it's less likely there's going to be a successful defense. So are there any points at which the black spider can come in? Yeah, the black spider could spawn there, an angle of attack to here. It'll be interesting to see is, will Jewdoka be happy with the draw? Then all he would need is 1 win out of the 2 games tomorrow. The only, let's see, So Loizz's threat, spider to there, an angle of attack to that spot, or mosquito to there with a direct drop to that spot. If, however, he moves there and the black ant gets warped away, the white mosquito can pin it, and now black is out of bugs. Interesting. Now what does that do? Moving the mosquito to there. The black mosquito is still there. Okay. Now that's interesting. Black spider to there, 1, 2, 3 would have an angle of attack to there. Because the key thing for Louise is going to get that spider in where it can attack. Now that's interesting because, well, the mosquito can go back to where it was, and that cuts off that. Although the spider could go 1, 2, 3. What spider goes? Mosquito goes back to there, and the spider goes to there, and then yeah, that's interesting. You don't. Although the mosquito could go to there as well, which would then intercept the black beetle. Or mosquito could sit tight. Once your opponent plays their last bug out of reserve, no longer have to worry about a direct drop. Yep, mosquito goes to there. Now if the grasshopper, I'm sorry, if the spider takes the attacking shot here, then this mosquito is in place to intercept the beetle. Often when your opponent makes a ring, the first thing you should look at is, can I break the ring successfully? But in a situation like this, you don't want to break the ring because if that black mosquito moves, you want the white pill bug to be able to vacate a kill spot. If you break the ring, then you may not be able to do that. I take back everything I said. He elected to break the ring by taking control of the ant. So black is very rapidly running out of movable bugs. This beetle is going to be intercepted by the mosquito. Oh, no, that's interesting. The beetle is wanting to go around this way, get to that spot. Loizz might have found a way to get the beetle to that spot. Yes, I think he might have. I don't think there's a defense against it, is there? Oh, maybe there is. Because if he, yes, I had commented about the fact that you didn't want to break the ring because you want to leave the pill bug movable, and the pill bug is movable if the ring is broken the way it was. So if this beetle attacks, the mosquito covers the mosquito and stops it. The mosquito attacks, pill bug moves away. Another example of a world-class defense. Just a note, when you're playing at board space, you might have a tendency to put it on top of the bug. You got to put it on where the dot is when you get these tall stacks. Believe me, it's very frustrating when you attack very well and then your opponent comes up with a great defense. And the pill bug moves away. And now you want to just continue the pill bug moving away. You don't want the mosquito to be able to jump down and gain pill bug power. That beetle has moved into there, sorry. I need to not make the move until the player actually clicks the done button. He once, and by keeping his beetle in reserve, it allows Jewdoka to attack with the beetle when he has to. And here comes the counterattack. You're absolutely right. So he's dropping back to play some defense, but too little, too late. Congratulations to Jewdoka. He withstood two very, very strong attacks from Loizz, defended exceptionally well, and that's as what well in the first game Loizz made a mistake. I have to go back and look at it, but I'm reasonably certain Loizz had the chance for the draw and missed out on that and gave that game away. But in this game, once Loizz's attack was blunted by Jewdoka's almost flawless defense, then keeping that one beetle in reserve allowed that beetle to come in, qualify for the win, and very quickly take the victory. Same time tomorrow for playing game 3. I won't be able to live stream. Might be able to live stream one game if Jewdoka gets a draw or a victory. Because nope, he just asked could he do it 1 hour later. And the answer, so that would definitely put me out of live streaming. So it looks like they're going to be playing game 3 tomorrow at 1300 GMT. Jewdoka says if not, same time work, it's just 7 a.m. for me. There's an hour's difference between Jewdoka and Loizz. It's they started at 7 a.m. Jewdoka time, 8 a.m. Loizz time, 12 o'clock GMT. So Loizz says, yeah, but I can only play one game, but it should be enough for you. So looks like tomorrow they will be playing game 3. Get the So let's go to the Excel spreadsheet up and go in and put in the scores. 2 for Jewdoka, none for Loizz. So Jewdoka has a 2-game lead over Loizz. Indus has a 2-game lead over Dutters. So it looks like they will very good chance of meeting in the quarterfinals. Yandak and Quadlibet both move forward. AE Norman upset Stepanzo. KP3 beat Woot. Happy Kiwi beat P Capella. So it's been an exciting tournament season so far. We've got 3 more matches yet to complete. Jewdoka and Loizz will finish up tomorrow. Brasco and SP Fish will finish up on Monday. Haven't yet heard when Industus and Dutters are going to play. Industus is in the lobby. Now maybe I'll drop him a note and ask him. Lobby back open. I'll go at let's see if he sees my note and responds. So it's an exciting morning. 2 hours of live streaming. We appreciate everybody joining us today. Let's get this closed down. And don't forget, if you'd like to make a small contribution to my channel, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link down below. I appreciate it if you do. Tomorrow, GMT 1300. So there'll be 2 matches going on tomorrow. I'll be able to watch a little tiny bit of start of both of them. But Sundays is a very important day for me. And I'm not typically available in the morning or early afternoon on Sunday. So we appreciate everybody joining us today. We saw some excellent defense from the reigning world champion, Jewdoka. Loizz had 2 very strong attacks, but Jewdoka was able to withstand them. Turned the first one into a victory with what I believe was a mistake by Loizz. Turned the second one into a victory because of excellent defense. So appreciate everybody joining us today. Thank you for your comments and your participation. Make sure that you watch the videos that I post on the replays without commentary. I'm going to be trying to do that as we continue on. Maybe I'll have time to be able to comment on a couple of games because we've had some really, really good games up here into the 2023 Hive Online World Championship. Well, we know the finals are not going to be Quadlibet versus Jewdoka because they will meet in the semis. But will someone stop Jewdoka's run to another championship? Will Quadlibet make it and go for his 5th championship? Or will we crown a new champion this year? We've got some really good Hive coming up in the future with the quarterfinals beginning here very shortly. Hopefully by the end of next week, I will be out of town for next weekend. So, and without internet, I believe, I won't know what's going on until I get back into town on Monday. So thanks again for watching. As always, I am here helping you play Hive like a champion. Until next time, this is Randy Ingersoll signing off.